Hello students. Today I could not be here today, so I made a video for our lesson. You are expected to watch the video, take notes in your notebook, and then start tonight's homework, which is on the backboard as always. I will be checking tomorrow to make sure that you have taken notes and completed the example problems that I am about to do. So here are the answers to 9, 10, and 11 from last night's homework. I am going to solve number 10 for you. 11 has the house, which means you could have watched it on the online computer. So number 10 says Preston and Horatio have 49 video games. So that means if I take Preston's video games and add them to Horatio's, I get 49. And always means plus. That's where the first equation came from. It then says Horatio has 11 more than Preston. Has is another way of saying is. So this means Horatio equals 11 plus Preston. Now this is already solved for H. So if I want to use substitution, I'm going to do 11 plus P in this equation in place of H. So that gives me P plus 11 plus P equals 49. P plus P equals 2P plus 11 equals 49. I solve the two-step by subtracting 11. I get 2P equals 38. I divide both sides by 2, and P equals 19. To find out how many Horatio has, I may use either equation. I think H equals 11 plus P is easier. So I'm going to do H equals 11 plus 19, because I take this 19 and put it in for P. I wrote 9. There, now it's 19. So H equals 30. This was an even, so you did have to check, so I'm going to check over here. So I get P plus H equals 49. It's 19 plus 30 equals 49. 49 equals 49. My other equation is H equals 11 plus P. So 30 equals 11 plus 19. 30 equals 30. The rest of the homework answers are here. I am going to solve 21 and 20. So let's look at 20 first. Actually, I'm going to solve 19 and 20. So this says y equals x plus 3. So I'm going to take x plus 3 and put it in place of y. So that gives me x plus 3 equals negative 3. X plus x is 2x plus 3 equals negative 3. I subtract 3 from both sides. I get 2x equals negative 6. I divide both sides by 2. X equals negative 3. To find y, I may choose the equation I want to use. I'm going to use the second one because it's easier, because it's y equals. So it's y equals x plus 3. I put negative 3 in for x, so it's y equals negative 3 plus 3, which gives me y equals 0. To solve 20, it tells me that y equals 0. So I put 0 in for y. So 0 equals x plus 4. Subtract 4 from both sides. Negative 4 equals x, which gives me the answer negative 4, 0. To check this, I only need to check the top equation because it's the only one with two variables. So it's y equals x plus 4. I put 0 in for y, negative 4 in for x, and 0 equals 0. If you have any questions on this night's homework, you may definitely see me in class tomorrow or home base. Elimination. So elimination is the goal to eliminate a variable by adding the equations. I want to make the equations in the same form, whether it be standard form, slope-intercept form. I multiply one or both the equations by a value to eliminate a variable, add the equations, then solve for the remaining variable, substitute into the original to find the eliminated, and check. Steps 5 and 6 are identical to what I've been doing. Pause the video until you are done writing these all down. You need these in your notes. I'm going to follow these steps on the examples proceeding. First example. My goal is to eliminate a variable. Notice first that both equations are in standard form. X plus y equals a number. X plus y equals a number. Also, if I look, I notice that I have positive 2y and negative 2y. 2y minus 2y equals 0. So because of that, what I want to do is I want to add these equations together. So I do x plus 3x, which is 4x. 2y minus 2y equals 0, so those are gone. Bring down my equal sign, equals 20. I can now easily solve for x by dividing both sides by 4, and x equals 5. I now need to find find y, I'm sorry. So I pick which one I think is easier. I like the top one better, so I do x plus 2y equals 8. I'm going to substitute the 5 in for x because I'm still looking for a point where they cross. And I get 5 plus 2y equals 8. Subtract 5. 2y equals 3. Divide by 2. Y equals 1.5. So the answer is 5, 1.5. My check is the exact same way I've been checking. So I start with the original equations. So I'm going to start with x plus 2y equals 8. And 3x minus 2y equals 12. Remember, the first number is always x, second number is always y. So I have 5 plus 2 times 1.5 equals 8. That's 5 plus 3 equals 8, because 2 times 1.5 is 3. And 8 equals 8. Substitute here again, so it's 3 times 5 minus 2 times 1.5 equals 12. 3 times 5 is 15, minus 2 times 1.5 is 3. 15 minus 3 is 12. 12 equals 12. If you need to, you may certainly pause the video to make sure you get all that down. Next example. Here, this is x equals 5 minus y. This is 2x minus 3y equals 10. They are not in the same order. I am going to add y to both sides on this equation, which gives me x plus y equals 5, and 2x minus 3y equals 10. Now they're in the same order. But x and 2x are not opposites.
Adam Jensen, could you please come to the main office?
Sorry about that.
Jensen, to the main office, please.
Y and negative 3y are not opposites, so I need to create opposites. Y and negative 3y are almost opposites because this is positive and this is negative. The question is, what is the opposite of negative 3y? Well, the opposite of negative 3y is positive 3y because when I add those I get 0. So to make this have a 3y, I need to multiply that entire top equation by 3. So I'm going to multiply both sides of that equation by 3. That produces 3x plus 3y equals 15. So I'm now going to add these two equations together. 2x plus 3x is 5x. Negative 3y plus 3y is 0. Equals 10 plus 15 is 25. I'm going to divide both sides by 5. X equals 5. I now have to choose which original equation to use to find y. I think the first one's easier. So I have x equals 5 minus y. Put 5 in for x, so 5 equals 5 minus y. Subtract 5. 0 equals negative y. Divide by negative 1. 0 equals y. So my answer is 5, 0. I would check that in the same manner I would any other equation. If you have questions on this, we'll be doing more examples tomorrow. Please make sure you have these notes down and that you are doing your homework, which is the worksheet.